Another day, another story. Copenhagen, a volcano in southwestern Iceland sent glowing hot lava shooting 50 meters into the air on May 29, its fifth eruption since December, shortly after an 8-week-long eruption on the same Reykjanes Peninsula came to an end. The authorities had warned of the risk of renewed volcanic activity in the area just south of the capital Reykjavik, as studies showed magma accumulated underground. The lava fountains reach 50 meters high and the length of the fissure seems to be around 2.5 kilometers and growing, Iceland's Met Office said in a statement. Welcome to Turbo Imminent channel. A volcano in Iceland has erupted for the fifth time since December 2023, continuing the series of eruptions on the Reykjanes Peninsula. This latest eruption started on May 29, 2024, in the same region that has seen multiple volcanic activities over the past months. The fissure from the eruption is approximately 2.9 kilometers long, similar to the one that erupted in February 2024. Authorities had been monitoring the area closely due to signs of magma accumulation, which indicated that another eruption was imminent. Residents in nearby Grindavik, a town previously affected by lava flows, were evacuated once again as lava began flowing rapidly towards it. The eruption also led to the temporary closure of the Blue Lagoon geothermal spa, a popular tourist destination. Iceland, located between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates, experiences frequent volcanic activity. Scientists believe that the current series of eruptions could continue for decades, prompting local authorities to build infrastructure to protect residents and critical facilities from lava flows. The recent eruption on Iceland's Reykjanes Peninsula is the fifth since December 2023, marking a period of significant volcanic activity in the region. The eruption began on May 29, 2024, with a fissure approximately 2.9 kilometers long opening between the Hagafell and Stora Skogfell mountains. This area is the same as previous eruptions in February and earlier in the year. The Icelandic Meteorological Office had been closely monitoring the area due to signs of magma accumulation beneath the surface. Just before the eruption, indicators of magma moving towards the surface were detected, giving authorities a brief window to implement safety measures. Residents in the nearby town of Grindavik, which had been affected by earlier eruptions, were evacuated again as lava flows threatened their homes. The volcanic activity has also impacted local infrastructure and tourism. The Blue Lagoon geothermal spa, a significant tourist attraction, closed temporarily due to safety concerns. Despite the ongoing eruptions, Keflavik International Airport, located near Reykjavik, has remained operational without significant flight disruptions. Iceland's unique geological position between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates makes it a hotspot for volcanic activity. The country has over 30 active volcanoes, and the current series of eruptions is part of the Svartsengi volcanic system, which had been dormant for nearly 800 years before reawakening in December 2023. Scientists predict that the eruptions could continue for an extended period, potentially decades, prompting authorities to build dikes and other structures to redirect lava flows away from populated areas and critical infrastructure. Detailed overview of Iceland's recent volcanic eruptions. Background and location. The series of volcanic eruptions occurring on the Reykjanes Peninsula in Iceland has been significant, with the fifth eruption since December 2023 starting on May 29, 2024. The fissure from the most recent eruption measures approximately 2.9 kilometers in length, located between the Hagafell and Stora Skogfell mountains. This is the same region affected by earlier eruptions in February and the preceding months. Monitoring and predictions. Icelandic authorities had been closely monitoring the area due to signs of increasing magma pressure beneath the surface. The Icelandic Meteorological Office and other scientific bodies had warned that another eruption was likely imminent. The exact timing of the eruption, however, was unpredictable until magma movement was detected shortly before the event occurred. Impact on local communities. The eruptions have had a considerable impact on local communities, particularly the town of Grindavik. Residents were evacuated multiple times due to the threat of lava flows. The recent eruption once again forced evacuations as lava approached the town. Previously, a January eruption had destroyed several homes in Grindavik, highlighting the ongoing danger to local infrastructure and properties. Infrastructure and tourism. The volcanic activity has also disrupted tourism and local businesses. The Blue Lagoon, a famous geothermal spa located near the eruption site, has closed several times during the eruptions for safety reasons. Despite these disruptions, Keflavik International Airport has managed to remain operational without significant flight delays or cancellations. Geological context and future outlook. Iceland's position between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates makes it a hotspot for seismic and volcanic activity. The country has around 30 active volcanoes, with the Reykjanes Peninsula being particularly active recently. The Svartsengi volcanic system, responsible for the current eruptions, had been dormant for almost 800 years until December 2023. Scientists suggest that this series of eruptions could continue for an extended period, potentially decades. To mitigate risks, authorities are constructing dikes and other infrastructure to redirect lava flows away from populated areas and critical facilities. Historical context. Iceland is no stranger to significant volcanic events. The 2010 eruption of Eyjafjallajökull is a notable example, where ash clouds led to widespread air travel disruptions across Europe, affecting around 100,000 flights. However, the current fissure eruptions on the Reykjanes Peninsula are less likely to cause such extensive ash clouds, although they pose substantial local risks due to lava flows and gas emissions. Flights continued as usual at Reykjavik's Keflavik Airport, according to the airport's website. The fiery spectacle underlines the challenges faced by the island nation of almost 400,000 people, as scientists have warned that repeated eruptions are possible in Reykjanes for decades or even centuries. The May 29th eruption was the 8th since 2021 on the peninsula, home to some 30,000 people, after geological systems that had lain dormant for 800 years became active again. Iceland's Meteorological Office said in a statement that the first estimate of scientists is that the start of this eruption is more vigorous than in previous eruptions in the area. Such volcanic activity has disrupted district heating, closed key roads and razed several homes in the Grindavik fishing town, to which only a few residents have returned since an evacuation in late 2023. Iceland's civil defense was put on high alert, police said, and the authorities again ordered an evacuation of Grindavik. The nearby Blue Lagoon geothermal spa, known for its large outdoor pools, was shut and its guests evacuated. To prevent further damage, man-made barriers have been built to steer lava away from infrastructure including the Svartsengi geothermal power plant, the Blue Lagoon spa, and Grindavik. Residents refer to Iceland as the land of fire and ice, a tribute to its otherworldly landscape of mountain peaks, ice fields and fjords, a seismic hotbed positioned between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.